G'day Binanceans and welcome back to this week's Binance Beach. We're on this week with two of our very own. We have Orlando, previously the Bintern and now full-time team member at Binance, doing his thing on the global stage. We're super proud of you, mate, flying the local flag. And we have Freddie from the global team as well. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Liam. So happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
So last week we launched a really exciting global initiative and we're here to talk about it today. And it's very user focused. It's really about the core of our Binance community. And so we wanted to take the show today to talk about this initiative and then also talk about opportunities for local Aussie community members and Binanceans to get involved. And it's called Humans of Binance. It's a really beautiful, beautiful piece of work. But yeah, let's kick it off with you guys. Do you want to give us a really quick introduction to Humans of Binance? And then let's talk about your own stories into crypto.
Yeah, sure. So Humans of Binance is an idea that I spoke with our executive leadership team about 9 months ago, which feels crazy. And it was really just in an effort to demonstrate the breadth of our global community and also the depth of all these amazing stories of so many of those members because of the continual use cases presented by both crypto and also Binance in terms of our product suite, that they were basically going to be the face and voice of what would be our big brand campaign for the year. So the idea was exactly that. And it's been such an honor to not only speak with so many of our Binanceans about the incredible stories they have in terms of just the way in which crypto and Binance have truly changed people's lives, but also bring some of those exceptional stories to camera and to the sort of global stage in terms of celebrating these brave individuals who've done incredible things thanks to crypto and Binance. So an absolute honor to help bring those stories to the fore. And it's been amazing to see the response from the community last couple weeks in terms of their sharing of stories and experiences as a response to the campaign, because really that's what it's all about. So it's been an amazing couple weeks. Excited to release our sort of third story this week and more to come in terms of, as you shared, Liam, opportunity for the extended Binance community. So I'll hand to Orlando if there's anything he wanted to add as well.
No, I think you wrapped it up perfectly there, Freddie. Might had some kind of color to where we're at from an employee perspective. You know, I guess we are Humans of Binance ourselves in a sense. So, going on from that, well, Lodo, thanks for having me back. It's always awesome to join the round table with the Aussie crew. But I joined Binance about a year ago now, actually. But before then, first heard about Bitcoin in 2013, actually. So long time ago, but back then it was just internet memes. I think I first heard about it on 9gag, if that raises any alarm bells for anyone. But fast forward 2017, heard about it again from a mate's brother who actually got grounded for, I think, like 3 months because he'd spent too much electricity on mining Bitcoin. That was the second time. Crazy. Didn't do anything about it then. Fast forward a couple more years to COVID. I think I've shared this with you before, Lodo, but I was just playing way too much Call of Duty. Wanted to do something like at least semi-productive with myself outside of the work that I was doing. So dived fully into crypto from there. Plenty of incredible use cases from sending money overseas to just acting as a bit of a alternative asset. So I'm sure we can get into this a little bit further in this conversation, but in Australia, real estate is king. So it was kind of cool to figure out what else is available for us, especially as young Australians. It's not as accessible as we might have liked to get straight into that market. So crypto was the thing to do, especially at that time. It kind of felt pretty nice having the run up into 2021. And then from there, you definitely come to realize how volatile these financial markets can be. But yeah, cool to kind of stick around, hodl on a little bit, and end up here at Binance. But Frederico, I'd love to know a bit more about your story as well. And Liam, I'm sure you've shared, but maybe a refresher for the crowd too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
so
Freddie,
go ahead.
No, let's hear about how you got into crypto.
I have a funny one. So I was at dinner with the Winklevoss twins in 2014 in New York with a group of friends,
Wow.
and they were talking about Bitcoin. And I really thought that was just a sort of quirky, exchange, and was interested, but kind of started to do my research dirty then, found it a bit complicated to engage in the space. Probably gave up way sooner than I should have, obviously, and didn't start really investing again until 2019, like properly investing until 2019. So yeah, I feel really remiss that I didn't buy Bitcoin when I first heard about it. But obviously 2019 was a good time as well. I had some friends who were working at Consensus. They had obviously been in the business for a little bit and had convinced me there was huge opportunity across not only Bitcoin, but a lot of other assets in the category. And yeah, started investing then. And then actually, interestingly, had my son in 2021 and decided that if I was going to be spending my time on anything, I wanted to be working in the industry, not only investing in it. So that's how I became part of this wild and wonderful industry.
And how did you find Binance, Freddie?
How did I find Binance? I found Binance early in my crypto journey. I think we talk about DYOR, and I did a ton of DYOR, obviously a lot of DYOR between 2014 and 2019. And obviously Binance stood out as the leader from early on. So when I started investing, that was one of the first places I did so. So yeah, it's been exciting to see, as both a user and part of the team, the business grow so exponentially in the last 8 years. And obviously we're over 285 million now, or close to approaching 300 million. So it's just an extraordinary journey to have watched, both as a user and a team member.
100%. I found, I first heard about Bitcoin back in school, and it would have been around that 2012 point. I had a mate that was mining it on his home computer. His home computer died, and his mum threw it out. And then I remember hearing from him a couple of years later, similar to that, the story of the guy who had his computer in the public landfill trying to get it out. He was trying to look into figuring out how he got this computer back, but I think it was long lost, unfortunately. And then I didn't look into Bitcoin again until 2019, when I had a mate who was an econ major, and he was massively into crypto, and we used to surf together a heap. And I remember being curious and be like, hey, tell me about this. What is it? And he signed me up for my Binance account, and we bought my first Bitcoin together at that time. Unfortunately, it wasn't a whole Bitcoin.
Good friend, though.
Sats together, I should say. And then we fully went on the journey together through 2020 and 2021, which was awesome. And it was really cool to share with him the two things that I've come to be most interested and most passionate about, which is surfing and crypto and Bitcoin. And I was, a professional, and the chance came up to join the Binance team. And now I get to work every day on helping more people discover Bitcoin in the same way that I did, which was to sign up for Binance and go down the rabbit hole from there. And so it's cool. I find so much purpose and so much mission in my work, in my everyday, in helping more people go on that journey. And I'm just so fascinated, so interested in Bitcoin and in economics and in crypto more broadly, that getting to spend my everyday on that is just such a dream. Let's talk about Luis and Mohit so far. These are the Humans of Binance stories that we've heard. Tell us about these people and their Binance journey, and we'll share their stories too in the video description, so you guys can watch Luis and watch Mohit and hear it in their own words. But what was it like uncovering these Humans of Binance?
As mentioned, like we interviewed so many amazing people who truly just had extraordinary stories. So there were so many that haven't made it to film yet, but obviously the intention is as such. But Luis was amazing. He's been a part of the Binance community for 7 years, and based in Mexico, extraordinary man, was in media for a really long time, and then actually retired. And it was interesting. It was sort of that transition into a different life stage that made him realize that staying connected to his community and actually giving back was a really important part of his next phase of his life. And so he actually became an angel and really has focused entirely on education as a place for people to, as you were sharing, Liam, with your story, to start. And that's so crucial. And so has utilized Academy as that sort of core resource for him and his extended community and friend group, and has built an extraordinary group of individuals who are true Binanceans across all of Mexico and actually LATAM. And he's just an amazing man, amazing energy, very focused on family and how he's, continuing to participate in his community and the world at this different stage in his life. So it was amazing to have a chance to spend time with him and his family in Mexico. And just an extraordinary man, amazing story. And then Mohit, another amazing story, really moving as well. He had been prey for a scam early on in his crypto experience, as unfortunately some have had experience with as well, and found his way to Binance, where obviously because of the scale of the business and the long history of security and protection for our users, he started leveraging Earn as a product and basically use that as a way to recoup what he had lost in the scam, and then thus fuel his daughter's dreams of becoming a pilot. That was really what he wanted to do. He there was a moment where he thought he wouldn't be able to do that, and had shared that with his daughter, and obviously a very emotional scene captured in the story itself where he reflects on that moment. And Binance has been a safe haven for him to focus on recuperating and earning back what was lost, and expanding not only his dream of supporting his daughter's dream, but his daughter's dream really soaring. So amazing to be able to sort of bring those two stories to the world, but one more this week to share, which will be exciting. And then due to the obviously extended competition, where we're inviting everyone to share their stories for a prize pool reward, and obviously also the intention to share many, many, many more of these stories. There'll be more to come. So yeah, it's been amazing to interact with these extraordinary people who have real incredible use cases for crypto and Binance.
It is amazing. And I found Luis's journey really inspiring, but Mohit's story just wild. And it's such an unfortunate reality of this space that there are bad actors and people lose money. And so to see how he's bounced back from that experience in such a positive way is also inspiring and is really cool. And again, to work for the business that enables that is a really special kind of part of our role. We want to hear our audience's stories. So maybe Orlando, you could talk us through what is going on at the moment for our community members and how they can participate, how they can get involved in the Humans of Binance initiative, and what is in it for them, because we always like to make sure our users get a good deal.
Of course. Thanks, Leto. So at the moment, we've got an X competition live. So 20 winners will share in an 8,000 USDC prize pool. To have a chance at that prize pool, you just need to share your story with the hashtag Humans of Binance. So we'll make sure we include the link to the X competition in the description, but definitely a good opportunity to kind of tell your story. Alongside that, some of those stories may actually be transformed into an animated or perhaps even real life version, similar to Luis and Mohit's and the upcoming video that we'll be sharing this week. So definitely an exciting opportunity for our community, just to tell your story. And as Lodo and Federico had shared before, also an opportunity to kind of bring other people that you care about into this space as well. We all believe in it for a reason. So take this opportunity, and also take it knowing that you might have a nice little reward along the way as well. So definitely be on the lookout, and check the description after this video for sure.
And you can check out Luis and Mohit's story as like an example, I guess, but by no means does this need to be high production. It's about your authentic story and sharing your journey and how you found crypto and the real world problems that it solves for you. So don't feel like you need to match the production quality. That's not the point, right, Freddie?
Absolutely not. I mean, a lot of the most amazing submissions were really written. So if you have one, please share, and hopefully we'll be able to turn it into another extraordinary film, as Orlando noted, or there's a potential to create some of them into animated shorts as well. So we would love to hear more about everyone's experience, both with Binance and crypto, and hopefully bring those stories to life, as you've seen with Luis, Mohit, and one more this week.
I'd love to talk quickly about how the Binance Angels are a part of this story and a part of this program. We've got a few great angels in Australia. We've had Ollie, who was an intern, joined us as an angel and is now stepped in full-time. So congrats to him for landing a full-time role here. And then we've got Damo and Oliver, our other angels that help out at events, that get involved in the community. They're a really core part of our local team as well. But talk to me about the Binance Angels and what role they play in our Binance community globally and how they're involved in the initiative.
I'll give a top line summary and then I hand to Orlando to speak specifically in the market. But I think at a global level, I've had the privilege of meeting so many of them and working with so many of them. They really are our global ambassadors, I would say. And very much, Liam, to your experience, bringing people into the fold to help them understand better how they can leverage the Binance products and also just understand crypto as a market better. And so they're really focused on, community coordination in terms of events, in terms of Telegram channel, Discord management, all of those things, just to make sure that the conversation stays focused, positive, and moving in the right direction. I think from an events perspective, as you've mentioned, some of the team have the opportunity to interface with extended audience and community on a regular basis. And there's always meetups happening and experiences that allow people to really come together in person and understand better how they can be utilizing the product and better understanding the market. But Orlando, I'm sure you could speak more specifically to the angel experience in Oz.
Yeah, so something that definitely has struck me was just the level of energy that the angels bring in person, right? So, of course, they do a lot of amazing things with our community on socials, but the ACC, for example, Oz CryptoCon, having Oliver there, having Damo there last November, and I'm sure you'll touch on what's coming this November as well, Lodo, but that was just exceptional. Having their help there was amazing. I also did have the pleasure of meeting Luis in person. Wasn't in Mexico. I will get there at one point to have a taco or 12.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, just their level of energy and just it's just incredible to have. It really is something different to just having the Binance team there. I mean, it's like the Binance family when the angels come. It's a whole nother level with them involved. But yeah, Loda, do you want to touch on maybe a little bit about when we could see the angels next, particularly in November?
Yeah, mate. Well, we've got Oz CryptoCon coming up in November. We are currently working on, here's a little bit of alpha, a super meetup for the Friday night before ACC. So users, Binanceans, stay tuned for that one. That's going to be a huge meetup with some very, very exciting and important people there from the global Binance team. So a bit of alpha there that hasn't been officially announced yet. So sharing that here first. And then we've got Oz CryptoCon itself, the convention. We are title partners again this year. We're going to have a booth. We're going to have games. I've done our swag order for this year, and it is huge. And we've got some really, really cool stuff coming. Last year, we had particular demand for white shirts and hoodies. So I've ordered a bunch of those. And we've got a really fun way of giving that out this year too. We're going to have a big swag spinner and you can spin the wheel and win different stuff. And the angels will be there helping out, meeting all of you guys, all of the users. And I think that is such a perfect loop back into the reason that this initiative exists, right? This promotion is happening is because the user stories that we hear at events like Oz CryptoCon and the meetups are just phenomenal. And when you get the chance to stand in a room and just talk shop with people who care so much about this brand, this business, and the industry at large, you walk away from that so inspired. I go away from those events with so much energy and so much passion and so much motivation for what we're building because people are so, like, people just love this brand so much and people are so empowered by this product that to contribute to that is fantastically special. So again, that call out, if you guys have a story, if you've got an amazing user story, please share it. Please let us know, because I've talked to so many of you at events and we hear just the most incredible stuff for how people discovered crypto, found Binance, and how they use it every day. If people do have those stories, let's cover one more time exactly how they can share their Humans of Binance story and get a shot at that 8,000 USDC prize pool. How exactly do they enter? What exactly do our users do?
All right, so just go to the description here in this video, click on the link, and you'll go to the X social competition. You can share your story, written or otherwise, with the hashtag Humans of Binance for a chance for 20 of you to win a share of 8,000 USDC. So exceptionally exciting, and really looking forward to reading and or listening, watching some pretty exciting stories. Just one quick one, Lodo. So if all the swags is coming for ACC, does that mean I can finally hunt down a hoodie for myself?
Yeah, maybe if you win it on the swag spinner.
Okay. Let's see how we do.
We'll see. Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. It's great to have you on the show, and really cool to hear about something that Binance is doing globally, which is so community focused, and we're always trying to do cool stuff here that serves our users. And this is a great example of connecting directly with people, their stories and their experiences, and working it into how we can continue to build that community and build a better experience for people. So thanks for the work you do. Thanks for sharing. And yeah, great to have you on, guys. Any closing thoughts, closing comments? Anything you're particularly bullish on in Binance or crypto? Anything before we wrap up?
Oh, great question. I'll let Orlando go first.
I mean, I really like that Australian team, to be honest. I think they were.
Well, before
I
I
will second that. Amazing team.
I think that was all from my side. Freddie, if you wanted to end off anything.
I'm just bullish on hearing more about how everyone's been using Binance and how incredible their stories are and their journeys have been, thanks to Binance and generally crypto. So excited to hear your stories, and hopefully a chance to win is a great incentive to have that shared, and looking forward to it. So thanks, Liam, for having us and an opportunity to chat.
Awesome. Well, the link for the competition will be in the video description, or if you're watching on the Twitter broadcast, it'll be in the first comment. Jump in, tell your story, Binance, and get a shot at that prize pool. Until next week, guys, have a fantastic weekend. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Thanks, Binance.
Thanks, Liam.
Please note that this discussion includes insights from non-affiliated third parties and key opinion leaders. Binance provides this platform for informational and educational purposes only and is not responsible for any content or insights provided. This information should not be considered as financial, tax, or investment advice from Binance. DYOR Binance.